How's it going, everyone? Johnny Superbman here, bringing you a preview of this year's Stanley Cup Finals between the Vancouver Canucks and the Boston Bruins. Let's start with each team's regular season stats. Now, we all know about the Vancouver Canucks this year. An amazing season, a President's Trophy winning season. They led in every category. But the Boston Bruins had a solid season, a very underrated solid season. They won the Northeast Division, and they finished third in the Eastern Conference. Now here's a little stat you didn't know. Vancouver led the league with goal differential of 77. Guess who was in second place? That's right, the Boston Bruins. So both these teams know how to score goals and keep goals out of their net. It should be a very, very tightly contested final. Now I gotta tell you, I'm very excited about this series. Very, very excited. I can't remember a cup final that I've been this excited for. Both the Vancouver Canucks and the Boston Bruins have a complete team. I mean, a first, second, third liners. They both have great defensemen, and I can't remember a cup final in the last few years that have had amazing goalies on both sides. It's going to be an amazing series. And another great thing, these teams haven't faced a lot. In the last 5 years, they've only faced 4 times. Boston has taken 3 of the 4 and lost 1 in overtime. The teams have only faced once this year, and Boston beat the Canucks 3-1. Tim Thomas, get this, 3-0 lifetime against the Canucks, stopping 97 of 98 shots. Watch for Tim Thomas this series. Okay, so let's look at each team's playoff stats so far. The Vancouver Canucks have been very inconsistent, averaging less than 3 goals a game. Roberto Luongo have had to steal a lot of games for them. The Boston Bruins, however, have been averaging more than 3 goals a game, more than enough for Tim Thomas to steal a game here and there. Boston can win this series, but they've got to stay out of the penalty box because if they allow the Sedins to get on the power play, they are going to destroy them. They've been red hot lately, and that power play is something to be afraid of on Vancouver. Now the same can't be said for Boston's power play, which is still in the gutter and it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Alright, so a player to watch on Vancouver is Ryan Kesler. He had 18 points already in these playoffs, 41 goals in the regular season, and he's just been on fire in these playoffs. He single-handedly got them through the Nashville series, just owning that series, and he seems like he's only getting better and better. He's flourishing in these playoff environment. A two-way forward, somebody to be reckoned with. David Krejci on the Boston Bruins is also a player you want to keep in mind. He's tied for first with 10 goals in the playoffs so far, and he seems to be on fire, getting 6 points in his last 5 games. He's everything you want in a center. Great vision, great shot, and he's great at faceoffs. Watch out for David Krejci. From Vancouver, number 33, Henrik Sedin. Do I even have to say anything else? 12 points in his last 5 games. First in assists with 75 in the regular season, tied for 4th in scoring with 94 points. They were a bit quiet, both Sedin twins, in the first 2 rounds, but you allow them to get on the power play, allow them to touch the puck, get confident, man, they're going to burn you. Boston, you have to allow these guys to get the goals 5v5. If you could give them the power play, they're going to score. Now, of course, I saved the best for last. Number 30, Tim Thomas. I'm finally a believer of Tim Thomas. He's no longer just a lucky fish out there who flops around and the puck hits him. No, he's good, guys. You have to give him credit. He makes big saves in big situations. He's been too consistent for too long. He's 2 shutouts in the Eastern Conference Finals. Watch out for him. Luongo versus Thomas. It's going to be one hell of a battle. I'm so excited. Alright, so if you still can't make your mind up of who's going to win this, let's see if NHL 11 can help us out. We did a playoff simulation between Boston and Vancouver to see who would win the Stanley Cup. EA Sports, let's see what your game predicts. Game 1 goes to Vancouver, 4-1. Game 2 goes to Vancouver, 2-0. Uh-oh, Boston. Game 3 goes to Vancouver, 8-4. Oh my god, it's not looking good. Game 4 goes to Boston Bruins. Can they come back? Game 5 goes to Boston Bruins. Game 6, oh, Vancouver wins the Stanley Cup in 6 games. Are these the sights we're going to be seeing when this series is all said and done, boys? The Vancouver Canucks hoisting the Stanley Cup over their heads. Oh, it's going to be a great series. A really great series. You get to see players like Daniel Sedin, Henrik Sedin, Ryan Kesler, Zdeno Chara, Bergeron, Sagan, Tyler Sagan, Tim Thomas, Roberto Luongo, Thomas Kaberle. Oh, it's going to be a great series. I can't wait. I'm going to predict Vancouver as well. As much as I want to see Boston. Oh, you know what? I don't care who wins. It's going to be a great series. I can go either way. But I got to go with Vancouver. They've been playing great, and I feel like this is their year. Alright, boys. So who do you think is going to win the Stanley Cup this year? Vancouver Canucks or the Boston Bruins? Be sure to let us know. For Johnny Superbman and Domsky, thanks for watching, boys. See you again soon.